Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 249. Yep, here we go. It's a wee bit behind. A bit of rush. Looks like Earl's not joining us, he's going on the Chance show instead. That's his loss. Rob's also just gone to bed, so he can't win. Let's see how this new code's going. Google have been playing again. Hopefully my mic's working better. Oh, it sounds like it's all corrupted. How's that sounding? That's better. God, don't think it's all going to go wrong again. Whereabouts are we up to on this? Yeah, here we go. Hello. Good to be back. Be back. Hey, so no swearing, be civil in the side chats, no trolling, no being idiots. There's plenty of out there in the UFO community, that's for sure. So, Google have been playing around with the code, so hopefully nothing's going to go wrong. And also they're changing something on monetization. I don't know what it's about. Probably to take away my money again, of course. Now I've got it. They change monetization every time I get it. And push the goalposts another direction, right? They're very devious. Now you got to get something about a green, what is it? A red $sign, green $sign, and a yellow $sign. You have to get pre-approved. I don't know, some message come in overnight. The easiest is just to gift donations, really, and stuff the ads. $1 ad is equivalent to probably 2,000 views anyway. So he's out there. So why is no one coming on this free for all? Okay, what's going on here? How's the audio sounding anyway? Is it sorted out now? I thought it was crackling like hell on the intro music. Okay, no one's on. You're getting a pretty infinity pattern going on. Leave it there. So yeah, better put up the call-in number if you want to call in. Oop, too far. Is it coming up? Yep, it looks like it. Looks like Google's a wee bit behind again. Fiber is still not real time. So what was that case number you had there, Susan? Did you post it? I asked you to post it inside on Discord. So yeah, if you want to call in on your mobile numbers, call that number, and I know we got some links here for the call-in. Meantime, we got some stuff to look over for people that don't want to come and talk to us. We'll carry on with other stuff as usual, you know. So yeah, if you got a Windows system and Chrome browser or Brave or Firefox latest editions and got Web API not blocked, you can click on that link and say allow access to your microphone and you'll be instantly connected. And if you want to install the app on your mobile device and use Wi-Fi instead of calling in or tablet, just download the app there, choose your operating system and go from there. I think there's Mac and Android, obviously. Okay. So we need to really... Shame we haven't got like a macro of those stored in for the side chat. See, these are the improvements. Looks like something's happening here as well. Then now I've gone screwed up how I do the thing. I've added some extra line here. It's probably this here. How do I get rid of that again? So I know there would be something. Every time they do, mods screws up what I had working. Let me just see if I can fix it. On the fly fixing. Was that the one? Nope. That wasn't the link. I think that was the... No, it wasn't this one. It's the wrong browser port. I've got so many different browsers doing different things here. Now, let me see if I can fix this. Give you a minute. Meantime, you can probably sort that app out and call in. Talk to me while I'm doing some other things. So, where's the link, Paul? I thought I had it bookmarked, but it looks like it's disappeared on me. Let's see. I hate it when you have to do this. You have to fix things on the fly. Ruins the flow of the show, of course. Where's the link? Getting there, I think. Nope. Live. Alright, and paste that there. Yeah, so I did ask Earl Grey along, even if it was 15 minutes, and he said he's got a chant show scheduled today on a Friday, on Thursday. They don't do this Saturday and Sunday, so I don't know. Yay, got rid of it. Okay. Where's the click thing though? Okay, I wonder if that fixes it. I better check that again. So who's out there with us today? So we'll be looking at some UFO videos meantime, and if people want to come on and talk about their UFO experiences, this opportunity. Okay, see if this fixes it. If not, it's something else I have to fix in the week, obviously. Forever having to keep up with Google changes. I think the font looks bigger too. Needs to be scaled down a bit. Come on, Paul, get it. Oh, see, it doesn't want to stay there. Stay. Let's see if it sticks. So where's my web page disappear to amongst this lot here? Did I close it down? No, here it is. Okay, let's see if the numbers will stick there now. Guys, lucky I'm a computer scientist and can hack all this stuff on the fly. Yeah. So who we got down the side here? Was ill. Right. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, we're touch and go with our health conditions too, with bad backs and and now this heavy breathing that I've got at the moment. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But the subs are still going up, which is the main thing, and hopefully more viewers. So despite all the attacks that we've been getting from strange people saying slanderous things about me, which is not true. You probably heard that GUFON did an attack on me, and he was trying to defend his stupid balloon statement. Yet it's on the we've been through all that with the transcript. He didn't bother watching it before he went live, obviously. But anyway, he was saying that I was a bit mental because he was watching one of my old episodes where the audio went wrong. And I stuttered trying to do the intro because it was feeding back. But yeah, pretty rude guy, really. And seems like he has a group of mentality of the same type of folks that follow him. But here, we just want to talk about UFOs and not worry about stupid channel drama. And of course, we've got a few trolls coming from Tyler again, making some strange statements that I'm a fake and all this sort of stuff that makes no sense whatsoever. Because anyone can prove what I do here, and they can follow along. You can see I'm a wee bit breathy again. Yeah, I haven't been feeling right when I went to the doctors, right? So it's like comes and goes. Won't be surprised if I'm like a carrier of it and it sort of rears up. I don't know. If I got it, then the whole family will have it around here. So yeah, what was that case number? I can't seem to find it on Discord. Whereabouts did you post it now? Because Shelley was posting all over the place and I was losing my track. So has you got yourself sorted out yet? Because I haven't got time to fix everybody's problems on computers. She's using a compromised iPad. I think it's got a Trojan on there that key logs everything she types. You're not going to come on voice and talk to me with the DEBUNKS, Susan? You can do that if you want. It's good to talk to someone occasionally on voice, you know. Else you go a bit insane just talking to yourself here and on the side chat. So I've been working on this alien avatar, which is a bit like Geek Crafts one, but mine's using the alien grey. I I got it 80% done at the moment, but I haven't managed to get the lips working with the microphone. I can detect the microphone volume level and use it to control the lips. And I got the image of the alien done, and yeah, which one was it that I was using? Where is it now? This one here. That one there. Welcome to the Out There channel. So playing around with this character face, changing the color and doing something better with the mouth. And I can just drop it down here in the corner and it will mimic my mouth as I'm talking. So yeah. So who out there wants to come on and talk, dial in, phone in. You got multiple options. So that's done now. So that's all working. What's that one there? Alright. Looks like I might have fixed that problem. Hasn't gone funny yet. Fingers crossed. Okay, so case number, yeah, where is it? I won't do it now. I'll leave that to last, but I'll queue it up. UFO Stalker. I'll open a separate window for it in case we lose it. So that's the one. UFO landed behind home. So we'll come back to that. It doesn't say much though, does it, on the description? Bit of a shame. See, that's why you need to be a MUFON guy and actually get to the investigation page where they put pages and pages of information. But yeah, we can just glimpse over it. So, where's my other link gone? Yeah. So we'll have a look at this one first, I guess. Twin UFO Orbs. Our guy that we love so much, Jason Gleaves, the make-believe UFO analysis guy. Okay, again, he hasn't given us a link to the source, which is highly suspicious. Someone in thing, and of course now he's listing his site as film and emanation, which you can't take anything seriously on it, because could be faked CGI or whatever. Let's just see if it kicks in. I'll just mute it because it just has music, I think. Let's see. Okay, maybe not this time. Let's see if we can boost it up. What's that guy saying?
This is 2 balls of light.
It's very hard to hear. Very low volume. So this is apparently meant to be the night sky. And he's put this silly picture on picture. Not stabilized it. He's meant to be an expert. Expert at what? I don't know. They think because they buy expensive software that that can do everything they want it to do. Nothing beats knowing about command line tools and using proper editors and doing it frame by frame and stabilizing it manually rather than doing it with software and artificial intelligence. Not exactly exciting video, is it, guys? So what do you think it might be? Certainly I don't believe it's UFO. And you can see here now
Where
he's
is
panned
it?
back out. So where did the dots disappear to? Behind the tree line?
I've lost it. That's crazy. It's like it's banking.
I think once he... because you can see how small they are there, and then he pans out.
Where
I
is
think
it?
either they're balloons that popped, or just gone out of range of the
It's
camera
like it's
sensor.
banking.
Yeah, it looks like it disappeared there, look. And then he swings back out.
Where is it?
I can't make out what he's saying. It sounds a bit like Australian guy, I think. Tie my kangaroo down spots. Okay, what's this saying here? I have analysed the raw video. BS. This guy just annoys me. Rich revealed interesting results. Yeah, right. The twin illuminated orbs appear to exhibit separate independent light sources. Yeah, it's called LED balloons, mate. No tell signs of aircraft strobe lights, that's because they're balloons, or landing lights, no. Two separate objects stay in close, tight formation, yeah, because they've got a string tied between them, which leads me to believe they are being flown under intelligent control. Yeah, it's called air current. Near the end of the footage, Peter captures foliage, etc. in shot, which is important to determine perspective between natural objects on the ground. So why don't you give us a link to the full source, you dope? So this guy is... bullshit. Bullshit. Nonsense. I should have a delusional button, but I don't have one. There's plenty of delusionals out there. Alright, so let's have a look at it again. Couldn't make out what the guy was saying, so that was pretty hopeless. Twins. Some motion blur there. What's going on there? That's it, guys. I think that's the maximum of his camera, isn't it? Let's catch some of the sky there. Now, I don't think it's a reflection in a window, but I'd never discount that. Does sound like it might be outside. Who's telling lies? Open there. Alright, got highlighted. Message retracted. Okay. Okay. So if we open up this, zoom in, we're not going to see much. Looks like two LED balloons, right? If they were UFOs, you'd expect them to do something crazy in the sky, like move left and right and then shoot off vertically, right? Or zoom towards them at really high speed. Definitely not plane lights. And of course, again, this guy didn't plug it into the plane fighter software app, which then you can just say, well, there you go. That's the location. I suppose they don't want to give away the location of where the guy lives. But how can you do a proper investigation? I suppose you could block out some names. I don't know. It just makes it really hard if people just don't come forward cleanly. I need my folder up with the image. Where's it gone? Okay, here it comes. So we got the screenshot here. Open it up in editor. Now we should see clouds or something in the darkness there, or stars. That way you can prove it's a real image, because we haven't actually got the legit file, right? We're just taking it from YouTube. So we can't do exit if... Oh, what's happened there? Retain aspect is unticked. Alright, let's see what's in the background. I've resized my editor window here for the time being. It's funny how we're getting these horizontal layers happening. What's going on here? We've got the wrong setting here. RGB. That should be on that one. That's what was wrong. You can see it's got the layers in cloud color there, I think, but sometimes it could be faked, of course. It's not doing it in real time, I don't think. Hang on, what's going on here? That's better. Something was going crazy there before. Okay, so yeah, you can start to see strange shapes appearing where the sensor has tried to associate the darkness with a blackness color. When there's 32 million shades of colors. That one shows it up a bit better. Kind of strange though. Is that a fine line connecting those two there? It looks like there's something going on there. Let's see if I can zoom in more. Does that look like a line connecting them there, guys? To me it looks like there might be a line. So for my super zoom has gone crazy. Why? I don't know. Here we go. What would you do without a super zoom? You can see here, if I can get my mouse back, there's a slight line going between, which kind of suggests that it's two balloons connected there. Again, it just took one filter to be able to show that slight line up. And it's probably being illuminated by the lights, that's why we're getting part of it showing up there, closer to the balloon. And in the middle it disappears, it fades off. So we basically inverted the colours there. But you can see here's little blocks in the sky happening, and if we get a full snapshot, of that scene. I wish he left it alone first, and we saw the full video before they messed around with it. Bit unfortunate, really. Yeah, you dork. We know there's no aircraft. Stabilized. He calls that stabilized. That's terrible. Okay. This is what I mean. This blue thing gets in the way. I suppose we might have to put up with it. Where's my tick boxes gone? What the hell? What's going on here? Okay, we've got it this time, I think. So we got that one there with this blue bit in the corner, so we should be able to see that. Let's scale it up a bit. Okay. Still looks a wee bit suspect with this happening. It looks like it's got ripples in the cloud happening here. It's funny how it's a straight line across though, but clouds do that though, don't they? Low res. There you go, look. That's a good one. What's the camera trying to interpret it? I don't know if we got a far away shot on that one. Why has it got clipped? I think we can see the line between then, couldn't we? Suppose I could try to super zoom while it's playing. See that line going across there? But just keep an eye on that. Google interrupted. Good one, Google. So it goes across that dark line there and the other line. And he's zooming in and out. Well, it's losing focus and makes it bigger. It goes blurry, right? It's out of focus now.
It's like it's banking.
It's not banking, it's just that one balloon's leading the other one on the string. Okay, so we're seeing some of the cloud pixelate there.
I've lost it. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not faked. I think it's just LED balloons, not UFOs. So, yeah, another failure for this guy. And it's only me that's downvoted it, of course. I saw this last night. Yeah, a lot of LED balloons out there, mate. Yeah. See, people being misled by this guy. It's quite annoying. You can see the string between. UFOs don't have strings between. So I'm not sure if you want to have a look at that yourself. I don't normally like to promote this guy. I don't like to promote hoaxes. But I don't like to promote guys that think they're truthers and do an injustice to the UFO topic. Jason Gleaves. 2 lead balloons tied. I forgot to push the link, did I? There you go. Hey, so anyone wants to call in, talk to us, do so. We'll come back to that one. So we got the blue lights in the sky appearing around the world again. Let me just minimize some of this and get rid of that. Oh, I've done it again. Those crosses in the wrong place. They got me again. Closed the wrong thing down. Just where Brave remembers all the tabs for us. Okay. It's a shame you can't sort of change it on the fly. So change that to a green cross instead. So this image here looks very suspect to me. What's this channel you're giving me here, Susan? Skywatch Media News. It's got so many followers. What garbage do they put up, do you know? Let's have a look. You can bet this is another fraud channel, of course. Let's see, when was it started? 148,000. Multimedia independent news organization reporting. United States. What year was it? 27 million views, guys. Started in 2014. So let's have a look at their videos. So what have we got? Earthquakes, is it? Comets, meteorites. So anything about UFOs? Super electric lightning storm. Warning signs of an earthquake. So it doesn't look like there's anything on UFOs. So that's probably why it hasn't come to my attention before. But it looks to me like they're just putting up various news reports of meteorite sightings. And some fear mongering there. About earthquakes and magnetic field around the Earth. Oh yeah, space news. So they just take it from other news channels and package it into a video box. Okay, so that's probably why they got a lot of followers there. So they don't appear to be too hoaxy, right? So let's just play the video clip. Better do the fair use shield, I think. I don't know where they got their sources from. Let me just bring it up. Yeah. I'll just move that forward a bit.
Lights have been recorded and photographed in the skies all across the world. The odd lights appear to be floating in the clouds.
Yeah.
Social media users are perplexed as to the origin of the mysterious lights that have been spotted in different locations around the world, including Australia, Spain, and North America. As bizarre as they appear to be, emanating in the evening sky, the obvious question that has everyone guessing is whether their appearance is...
So let's just have a quick look. So where did he get the images from? That looks like it's out of focus, right? To me, that looks like something shining from the ground into the clouds, right? Looks like kind of like a laser pointer, maybe, with some crazy filter for the white one going around the outside, like disco lights. My mate had a green laser. He used to be able to light up the clouds like that with the green laser. This is a blue laser by the looks of it. It's definitely not out in space, and it's not above the clouds. Obviously it's reflecting. We'll just carry on.
of a natural origin or something more sinister. So far, there have been several theories or suggestions about the strange lights hovering above the Earth.
Okay, so what do we got here in USA? Not much. Looks very faint, doesn't it? I don't think it's a drone with LED lights. Although you can't rule it out for that one there. Could be drone lights making a pattern. I think the other ones are laser pointers. So we probably need to get the real images, and I bet they probably haven't got the source links to them in the comments.
Some have argued that their appearance is a result of a natural phenomenon known as the piezoelectric effect, where large slabs of quartz crystals situated in the Earth's crust begin compressing at a specific angle. The compression creates a large electric field around the Earth, which then produces the equivalent of an aurora presence in the sky.
Okay, so I'm not too sure on the science on that, but I know we talked about those crystals that you can buy for heating pads, where you squeeze them, they heat up. Now, that could explain why microwaves are created underground, maybe from squeezing quartz crystals or other materials, and quartz allows the microwaves to pass through. Like Skinwalker Ranch, so it could be explained there, but I think more likely it's going to be something radioactive, like radon gas that's producing the microwaves there, because I think there was a hint at the last episode there on episode 4 Skinwalker Ranch that they found a cavity underground and it was giving off radioactive gas. So am I going to be correct that there's a gas build-up around that place? Radioactive gas, we'll find out, I guess. But I don't know if you've watched the Skinwalker Ranch episode 4 or not, but I did post a comment to that Brandon guy saying that they were clearly Mylar balloons, one shot into frame and then popped, and then another one shot into frame and also popped. That's why it disappears. So yeah, so far the theory here is a wee bit, like Oscams Razor. Normally the simplest solution is always the most correct one, or the one with the least assumptions. So I don't think it's anything to do with the crystals here.
This is an interesting concept and one worth investigating, as it seems like a plausible explanation. But it's one of many theories, and there are certainly others worthy of our consideration. Another theory that has been mentioned involves the testing of space technology by the U.S. government and the company SpaceX, headed by Elon Musk,
Okay, the lights
in
look like
rapid
they're
succession.
the lights look like they're at cloud level, not out in space, shining down. And I don't think NASA have reported doing any experiments with those glowing missiles that they were launching, or whatever they were. They exploded in the atmosphere. So that would be already over the news. Yeah, I forgot about the privacy shield gets in the way. Okay, so NASA light experiment. Oh well, I don't know what it's called. Experiment lights light. Let's see. Jet stream study, is that the one? Let's have a look. Not sure if that was the one. That looks like another one. Looks like they launched a rocket and it shot off some gas and they watched the vapor trail. So that's another one they did. Oh, there we go. So that's not that one, because they're certainly not contrails. I think it was that one there. It was seen in Norway and other parts of the world, but not everywhere. That one there where they rained down these funny clusters of lights. And what was that one for? We saw two orange dots. Okay, what do we got here? Auroral Zone Upwelling Rocket Experiment. Sounds like a big mouthful there, doesn't it? To learn about the flow of particles in the ionosphere. So that one's not the jet stream, that's further up. But you can see there again, there are blue lights. But I think they're slightly different to what we're used to in those pictures. Let's just have a quick look. No such thing as quick. Let's see. Is it playing? Here we go. Alright, so it explodes and then shoots off some more. So we have to see if that's in the picture. So we can't rule out NASA doing an experiment like that again. So we need to see if they did one this year. So we just plug it in, search 2020, and see if we've got anything this year. So that was last year, April last year. And probably should have to do last month, maybe. Here we go, 14th of April. What's it saying there? It's in different language. So maybe they are doing the experiment again. 6 days ago. Sea ice error capture. Nope. Upwelling Sound and Rocket 2 articles. 6 days to go. Launch date for SpaceX manned mission. Crew Dragon. Doesn't sound like that one. Nurse of plasma bubble signatures. Could that be something else they're working on? So yeah, this is how you do research, guys. You look for any recent experiments. Ionosphere again. Plasma bubble. GPS satellites. Got no pictures. So it's possible there's something going on there. Over Brazil. So it doesn't mean you would see it in other parts of the world. Probably not. So I probably can rule out that one. Let's talk about rocket experiment here in Russian. So we're not sure when those video footage were taken, do we? What's the date on this one? Recently. Has he got any information in the description? What do we got? Nope. No links to photographs. Music. Nothing else. Okay. Typical. So not really credible news source if we don't list the sources. Okay, so what do we got? Some strange name up here. Doesn't seem to be loading. Stop lost jet nukska. Was that how you say that? Stop lost jet nukska. Yeah, they had smoky trails, didn't they? On that high altitude one. But because it was cloud cover in this original footage though, that would hide a lot of the smoke if it was above the cloud, right? It finally loaded. (2020). What's that? SpaceX, is it? Anyone good at reading what that is? Translate it for us. Certainly looks like a SpaceX rocket launch there. What else we got here? Looks a bit scary. Almost looks like an atomic blast cloud, doesn't it? So what the hell are they looking at there? I don't know. Perhaps it's a new probe that looks at planets. Have we got any planet names there? That looks like the big red eye, doesn't it? On that Saturn, is it? It's not even remotely like English here, apart from 17 kilometers. Okay. So yeah, and now we got that. So is it talking about another experiment or one that was last year? But it does sort of do in 3 parts. Blue explosion, then releases these orbs, which then release something else, which creates these squiggly lines underneath. So I don't think it's that, but paste just to check. Of course, there's the other thing that's came out last year and the year before, blue light in the sky. Which I've already covered a few times. As you can see, it comes up in my search here. Okay. Okay, where's the effects of blue light on the skin? No. Yeah, not sure why it's not giving us. Maybe UFO. Okay, let's have a look at that one. Okay, so this is in Oxford, is it? UK. Is that the place? Leighton Buzzard. Look at that stupid thing that pops around. Let's see, does it play? Let's see. Oh, this is tedious. Doesn't look like it's going to play for us. Go away. I'll probably start playing when we don't want it to. Hey, so is this the one we're looking for? No, it hasn't got any screen snapshots. That's not going to be that one. So why can't I find it now? Let's see. Blue light in the sky. Oxford, I think it was. Bright lights in the sky. April 2020. Let's just have a look at that one. Space Center. Okay, that's the Starlink satellites that people are now starting to report. They're gradually filling in more of them. But at the moment there's like 7 of them in orbit around USA, I think it is. That's creating even spaces. So it looks like it's gradually filling in there. So Starlink, that's not that. Why can't I find it? Blue light in the sky, UK maybe. Did I change the time on it? Maybe that's why it's not coming up. I did too. Or any time. You got to watch out for that. Here we go. Purple or blue lights. But the time restriction is handy, so you can actually find all the ones that talk about blue light. We'll do that in a minute, actually. Yeah. So this has got the blue light happening, which is look very similar. We'll just have a look at that one play, if it will. No, it won't play. But this is actually a laser on a train. They've got a special weather train that they run across the tracks, which measures all sorts of things in the sky. moisture, humidity. I'm not too sure why they need to know all that information. Maybe it affects the expansion of the tracks and change the speed limit of the train or something like that. But in this one though, you could see the light was moving along from right to left, and you could see that it was actually creating a beam of light that you could see in this one. There's the train. Haven't seen that one before, don't I? What have we got here? Oh. Terrible. Looks like it's a promo for something. It's called the MEC trains. So these will be all over the world, right? They'll be on various big cities where they have electric trains. And they have a little compartment that opens up, shines a laser up. Is it going to show us? Come on, show us the laser beam. Useless. Useless! It doesn't show us the laser beam working. Okay. So there might be something better out there to look at. Strange blue glow moving across. Now I think so it looks very similar, doesn't it? That's why I think it's a laser. So this one won't let us look at the web page unless we subscribe. Is that what's going on here? Here are the options. Block. See if that works. There we go. That's my option for it. Okay. Strange blue glow was spotted moving through the sky over Oxfordshire last night. That's what it says. Great. And it doesn't play a video or anything. You can see here it looks very similar. You can't see the beam at all different angles. So I still think these other ones we're seeing are someone with a handheld laser pointer. And there's a better shot. And now what we've got going on. Yeah, so here's a close-up. And there's the train shooting the laser beam up. You can see it illuminates the cloud quite brightly. So if you can imagine someone with a handheld laser with the same sort of laser pen, you're not going to see the beam as much, especially if it's not foggy, but you'll see it on the cloud cover. So let's go back to the video here and watch the rest of it.
Worst plague since the year 1918 has been observed both in...
Yeah, here we go. Here's the Spain one. Now, is that moving along like the train one?
Madrid was not the only city in lockdown that saw the strange blue lights. An almost identical appearance of the lights took place in the sky over Wrocław, Poland, on the same evening of March 20th.
Very faint there, you see. So could it be this laser train?
New York City's Queens District saw the same blue light on April the 1st.
Could they be using them in New York now? Still looks like a little whispery.
The lights were also observed over Pennsylvania in the immediate aftermath of a large boom that was heard across multiple counties in the northeastern part of the state. It was right
Looks-
around the first of the month that these blue lights began popping up from around the world. An eyewitness in Western Australia captured an image of a blue light surrounded by circular white lights hovering in the sky on April the 15th.
So where's the video?
Now, whether this image is authentic is anyone's
Yeah.
guess.
This
Only
one
the
looks fake. This one kind of looks fake because it's out of focus, right? Looks like he's probably taken a snapshot of the blue laser pen and photoshopped the other stuff around it. Yeah. So even he's a bit suspect to the guy that's talking about it here. To me, it still looks like it could be a laser pen or one of these trains.
eyewitness can confirm their sighting. But the theory of a UFO affiliation with the blue light phenomenon may seem measurable to some observers when comparing the recent video
Come on,
capture
chat, mate.
from a beach in
You want
Barcelona,
to go and talk
Spain.
about it? Yeah, Barcelona. Yeah, that's a highly suspect one, this one, isn't it? That kind of looks like a drone display or something going on. Ah, no, it's got to be a Photoshop, this one. Ah, come on. That looks too... He's got terrible sound on there. That's got to be CGI. Seems to have repeating patterns in it. I wonder how they did it though. Is it fully computer or are they just doing a reflection in the window? There you go, look. It was moving a bit then. That one looks like the laser train. Looks like it's moving away from us, right? Wonder if you can zoom in more on it. Looks like it's shining up to the cloud cover there. Oh, enough on that one, I think. Well, I think I pretty much probably guessed it there. It's no way UFOs anyway. Did you post the link to that news report? Because we used it. A wee bit of it for critical review. So we got the blue lights worldwide. Oh yeah, so here we got now on the side here, we got con. So why don't you come on voice and tell us about it then? Put it on MUFON, no photographs, but was about 50 meters away. So you want to come on and explain it? You can just call the number on the screen there. It's probably the simplest, or you can click on the links. Have we got the links there handy, Susan? Yeah, but you got to be careful. There's a lot in the sky now. Did it do anything unusual, abnormal, like shoot off vertically at high speed? There's lead kites that we've been over before, which create these rotating lights around the outside of the canvas, which kind of looks very convincing. I'll just close that down. You got the rotating lights, lead kite. Let's see what 3 lights I reckon. So you can see how bright these damn things are. That's not what I wanted though. Relamp switch kite lights. These are the lights you can actually add onto the kite by the looks of it. Oh, look how bright they are, and they make little fancy patterns as well. So they run off batteries. Doesn't give us any more pictures how you do it. But you remember that drone footage that we saw? This is how they could have done it with these type of lights. 5 of them underneath the drone, making a pattern. How much do they cost? Does it say? Where's the cost? Why didn't they put the cost on it? Must be here, surely. I can't see it. Be only a few dollars anyway. Remote controlled LED kites. We've watched that video before. One of them looked like a triangle craft, and they don't have strings, so they can just fly around like a RC model. But various pictures of them here. So you got the ones that create the patterns going around. Let's try that one. Haven't got any nighttime shots. Here's one. So yeah, would be nice if you come on and talked about it, but if you're not going to, I'll give you the links. If you're on Windows PC, are you on a Windows PC or? If you on Chrome, I think I heard someone connecting. You're on
Hello.
Chrome. Hello. Is it
How's it
a
going?
Hang on, let me see if I can get you.
Good. So,
So whereabouts are you from first? Can you hear me?
I'm from Ireland.
I thought I noticed the accent there. So, yep. So whenabouts did you see and describe everything? When did you see it?
Yeah, sure, no hassle.
Sorry?
So, I was unwell that night. I had gastro, so I was up and down to the toilet.
Yeah.
I got up at about 4:30, went downstairs, had the light on in the bathroom, so I was wide awake, right? It's a bright light. And I was thirsty afterwards, so I went to the kitchen for something to drink. Poured myself a glass of water, and I saw 2 lights in the distance, and I thought it looked like lights protruding from like a tractor, because I live in the countryside, right? And I thought, well, it's a bit early for tractors. What's the story like, right? There must be something else. So I moved to a second window, which was more in line where the lights were, right? So I was looking straight out my kitchen window, out my garden, across the field, and over a ditch, like, right? Not a ditch, but like a wall with trees around it, right? And those 2 lights actually grew in number, right? Okay, and they seem to be getting bigger. Now, I was standing at the window at this time. It was about 50 meters away from me, 50 to 80 meters away from me, right? So what I saw then was a UFO coming up from in behind the wall at the other side of the field, right? I kind of thought myself, okay, I always wanted to see a UFO, right? And I thought this is my chance, so I kind of kept an eye on it. I kept my eyes open. I made sure that I wasn't dreaming. Pinched myself, tapped the window. I could hear everything. I was bang on, and I see this UFO kind of it moved in a way that I could only see something CGI'd, right? Okay, so it moved up, stopped, it moved up about, I'd say, I haven't thought about this now, right, too much, right? You're the first person that I've really spoken to about this, right? But it moved up about maybe 10, 15 meters, right? What I noticed as it was moving up, like the color, right? The color was like brushed chrome. It was about 30 to 40 feet wide, we'll say. The height, I would hazard a guess at about maybe 10 meters, I would say. What it was like is like, you know, symbols in a drum kit, right? So you've got the top and the bottom symbols, right? And or hi-hats, right? And they open, right? What this looked like was two symbols that had opened, and that gap in the middle, right? Okay. I saw rotating windows, right? And the thing about it is, you know, when somebody opens a car, the door in a car, right? Okay, and you get the reflection hit off your eye, right? I was actually seeing the reflection of the lights on the UFO against the glass as it was rotating, and then I knew I knew I was seeing what I was seeing because it was hitting my eyes. If you get me, right? So those lights that I had seen actually attached to the underneath of the UFO. So I've seen like hundreds of videos, right? Okay, where you see something in the sky and then you see these like almost stars coming out of these UFOs, right? Very good, right? And I've actually seen an old photograph. If you search for UFO sightings, right? If you search for UFO sightings in Google Images, right? I'll show you exactly what I saw. I've got two photographs that I saved that are exactly what I saw.
UFO sightings is pretty general, though. What do you want me to search on? UFO sightings and what else?
That's it, right? And in Google Images, it's one of the first, right? Because it's one of the most well-known photographs out there, right? Okay. The photograph is black and white. The UFO is at a tilt. The symbols are split, or the saucer is split, and you can see squared windows around it.
Are you talking about like this one here? Can you see my screen at the same time for Brazil? It's like a
it's lagging a bit. It's lagging a bit, right? But I'll see it. I'll see it.
Yeah, it's like 30 seconds behind on YouTube.
Cool. No hassle, no hassle.
But if you connect to my chat window, you should be almost real time. So which one you thinking is like the Trent photograph, you saying? Or is it like one of these rendered drawn ones that you're talking about?
Okay, so like okay, so if
like
you
that?
Scroll down one, something like that. It was exactly something like that, right? That's exactly.
Oh, like that one.
There was a bit more structure to it, right? To not show you. I think like that as well, right? Both of them kind of look the same, right? Okay, it's the photograph is of a UFO between two trees. I think it's an old photograph. It's one of the most famous ones, right?
Two trees.
And the saucer is at an angle, and you can actually see the squared windows.
You're not talking about Billy Myers ones, are you? Like these ones here, the wedding cake one, as they call it.
Something like that, but something like that. Yeah, it's exactly something like that, right? Where you can see, if you can see the lines on that one there, right? Okay, in the middle. What they are is actually stray panes of glass. And the thing about it, right, is I thought with a UFO you would have round glass, as in glass rounded, right? To have a rounded finish, but we're square, right? And as I said, as it was rotating, right, okay, I could see the reflection of the lights shining in my eyes. I mean, this was so close. It was like I don't know, man. It was
So what you really need to do is you need to maybe draw a picture of it so it's fresh in your mind, right? Draw it from your perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're saying you're looking
I
for a
threw a bit
window.
on MUFON, but it,
where's my thing? Have I closed it down?
yeah, no. Did you search in Google there? Yeah, you did. All right. Okay.
Yeah, let me just open up graphic editor.
All right.
So you're saying it's on a flat plane? It was on looking. So you're saying. Oh wait, it's going a bit slow now.
So I went for a cycle around there today, right? And what I saw is the farmer around here moves the cows or the fields. I don't know why. Maybe it's just to keep them.
So when you looked out your window, is it like on a hill?
Around there today.
Is it on a hill? Like, because you thought it was tractor lights. Did you think it was on a like a hill, or was it like a flat plane like that?
Yeah. It wasn't. It's between a hill and a flat plain. It's just a rise in the land, right?
A hill and a flat
when you look
plain.
outside, we've got cow fields around it. Yeah.
So you're saying it's like a hill bit and then a flat bit. Where was the hill, on the left or right side?
Straight ahead, right? So I'm looking out my window, right? I've got the back garden that's about 20 meters. Then the field behind it is about another 20 meters, and it was right behind the trees behind that, all right? And the land behind that wall rises, yeah.
So you're saying it's like a flat piece of land between you and the hill? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So if your house, if I draw this is a hill. Now there's the flat land, and then you're going to have.
Exactly. My house.
I need a house picture.
My house
I don't know if I've got a house
side,
picture. We could just use a triangle for a house. So your house is over here.
The house will be on the left, on the right.
Why is it not showing up?
On the right side, yeah.
Oh, you got it on the left. So I got it back to front then.
Yeah. So like there's.
Hang on, let me just.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter, right? Okay. Because I can be looking from west to east there, from right to left, right? Okay.
So you got a flat piece
looking
of
out
land.
At the hill. Exactly.
And then you got a hilly bit.
Yeah. I'll take photographs tomorrow.
You got a hilly hill.
And then right at the edge of the field. Yeah.
And then you got the house.
The other way, at the other side of the hill.
The house over this way. So you're looking out the window here somewhere. Get off. So that's your window there. You're looking out this direction towards the hill. Is that correct? And you're saying the UFO appeared
straight bang on, yeah.
And then the trees would be
behind
the hill or in front of the hill?
In front of the hill, just.
So just before the hill, there's a tree line here. I'll just draw it as a blue squiggle. And you saw the UFO here somewhere. I don't think I got a UFO picture. We can use that probably. So you saw the UFO about there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a tree. I haven't got the right colours.
Tree. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like there's a few trees, but there was one in particular, and I thought the tree was a lot thicker than it was, like abundant than what it actually was. When I looked at it today, we're just coming into spring, right? So it wasn't as lush as I thought it was.
So like, what you should do is take some pictures in daytime of that view that you got. Yeah. And maybe draw a diagram like I've got here, because the investigators probably ask you to do that anyway. Yeah, they'll probably do it themselves, Yeah. So you saw it from 20 meters away, was it? Let me just put that on there. So you're saying it was 20 meters or 50 meters?
50 to 80 meters away.
50
it
to
was,
80.
and the lights that came from underneath it were. Sorry.
Okay. So you're saying it's 50 to 50 to 80 meters away, the UFO. How far was the hill then?
Yeah.
The hill would have been like 100 meters away. In that case.
No. It was kind of behind the hill, right? So it rose up from behind the hill.
Right, so maybe it needs to go back further this way then. The hill needs to go here, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. So you're saying this typical classic saucer, you mean like the Mexican hat, but like a symbol upside down?
Yeah, for sure.
Was it flat on the bottom, or did it actually have a curvature?
For sure.
So it had a flat bottom on it?
No,
so
it was like two symbols. Yeah, it was like two symbols.
Two symbols joined together. And so that means this wouldn't have a flat bottom like this one here. It'd have a little bit going underneath. Let's see.
Yeah.
So you're saying it would have... Oh, what have I done? You'd say it would be
your email
more...
address there, and I'll send you the photograph. I have it there.
We've got a Discord group and a Facebook group that you can post stuff to. And we can always cover it again anyway. So basically you're saying it looked like a symbol which has a little knob on the top. And you're saying it had a little knob underneath like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Free drawing with a mouse. It doesn't really work though.
Exactly.
So it didn't have a normal flat bottom like we see on some of the classic sources. So the lights on it were flashing around the middle of it. Is that what you're saying? Through the middle?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, there was light protruding from 360 degrees from inside it. So as it was rotating, there was light coming from every window, if you get what I'm saying.
It's got a window? Did you see any creatures inside the windows?
Yeah, so... No,
you
you see, I didn't. The light was too bright. I could see the glass, right? Okay, or whatever it was made from, right?
Right.
But it was too bright to see inside of it. Saying right.
Yeah. Sounds like an interesting sighting. And you said it moved strangely. It shot offwards very quickly.
Yeah, it did. Like, I kind of got the feeling, like I was feeling really crook at the time as well, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of got the feeling as if it had noticed that I was around, right? Okay, because this all happened within, I suppose, a minute now, right? Okay, so a lot happened in my mind, but actually not a lot happened, right?
Right.
So again, I saw the lights from a distance, okay? Then the lights came back and attached the end of the ship as it was ascending from wherever, right? Okay.
So you're
I think
saying
it was
there's little...
from behind that hill where we're talking about there. So in behind the hill, there's a load of cow fields, yeah.
So you're saying there was little orbs that sort of come from underneath it that flew around like a mothership? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, those lights, right? Okay, right. They're like reconnaissance drones, from what I could see anyway. That's what they were doing, right? Okay. When I saw it first, it was almost they were kind of over at houses that I can see in the distance, but between me and those houses in the distance are cow fields. So I think what they were actually doing is maybe at the cows, right? Because I've heard that there's been some mutilations down in West Cork as well, right? So anyway, what I saw, right, okay, is those lights come back up under the ship, and then as the ship was rising from behind the hill, and so it went 90 degrees high, and then it moved left about 5 meters behind the tree, well, about 5 meters, maybe 10 meters behind the tree, and then it seemed to move away, and it got dark. So I didn't know if it had gone down behind that hill where I couldn't see, but I didn't see any light pollution, if you get what I'm saying. It all went dark then, right? Okay, so whether it saw me or knew that I was there or whatever, I don't know, man. I don't.
So you think it might have been hassling the
But
cattle? Cattle abduction.
I reckon it was, man, because
Mm.
yeah, well, no mutilations, isn't it? Because I've heard that
Yeah.
in West Cork that there's been some mutilations recently, and the problem is the farmers aren't. They're not. They can't go to the police around here because they'll just make fools of them, right?
Yeah.
So none of this is ever reported.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
I wonder if anyone else noticed it.
But
What
it was
time
so
in the
clear.
morning was? What time in the night time was this?
Around
'cause you were up
around 4:30 in the morning, yeah. And then
4:30 in the
MUFON,
morning.
I think around that time.
Right.
Yeah, 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, because people are
So
not used
it
to the
was
lingo.
just dusk. I could just see the silhouettes of the trees. You know, it was light was just coming up. You know, it wasn't quite dark. But if you look at MUFON, there was a heap of sightings the same day across the UK. They were seeing like 30 lights in a row and stuff, right? So like there was stuff happening around there. But I didn't see any other sightings.
You sure it wasn't the Starlink
there
satellites?
was one sighting, but it was a yellow ball.
Right.
Like this was straight across from me. Like this was about 50 meters away from me, and like it was at eye level. I wasn't looking at the sky, man. That's the thing here, right? I was looking at this coming up behind trees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if there were lights in the sky, I don't think I'd be here talking to them, to be honest with you. You know, I really wouldn't. Like I was so sure of what I'm seeing. You know, I can see the reflection of the glass, and I'm thinking, okay, this is really an effing UFO I'm looking at here, right? Yeah.
Well, it does sound like a credible sighting, especially that far away. Surely you know what you're looking at, right? Opposed to something.
Yeah, absolutely. Regardless of how poorly I was, right? I mean, like the lights in the bathroom woke me up. That's it, right? I mean, I'm awake, I'm thirsty, I'm going to get a glass, and then I see a light, and then I go to a window, and then the lights are moving, and I think it's a tractor or something. It's too early for a tractor, and then
you thought it was a tractor on the top of the hill line, did you? At first, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like because they're spreading manure on the grass to make it grow and stuff, you know. So you know, springtime cows coming out and stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So
I never thought
it's a shame you didn't get any video of it. You know, have a smartphone on you. Gotta get this. But you never all the good sightings. They never get the video, you know, because they're too busy watching it, right? And they don't look down at their phone to get the app up.
For sure.
Because by then it's gone, you know.
Well, my phone was at my bedroom. Yeah, it was right next to my bed as well. You know what I mean? I was just going out.
Yeah, this is why I reckon every house should have security cameras just to catch UFOs. Because you got the color night. You got the color. Yeah, you got the color night vision ones now. It makes the whole daylight, nighttime look like it's in daytime, and you can see clearly the features of things. So the camera technology is definitely getting better. Where you don't need. You just need starlight just to illuminate stuff. So yeah, I think in time we're going to get some credible evidence of UFOs. So watch out, you might get Men in Black coming after you now.
Well,
so if you do,
just see that because it happened in my house, right? Okay, I can't really say it happened here, you know, blah blah blah, right? Okay, and you know, yeah. I don't want any Men in Black, right? But look,
well, we haven't brought up
the thing
Google.
about it here, right? It's massive. I tell you one thing, right? If it was a light in the sky that I saw, right, there's no way I'd be ringing you up, right? It's only because I could see this like a bus across the road. You know, that kind of a way. You know, I like a bus that you would be able to make out the reg of the bus. You know, it was that close, man. And the thing about it is the contrast of the lights behind the trees and all of that as well, you know, like everything was convincing me that what I was seeing was actually a UFO, man. Yeah. Anyway,
Or
fair dues to
really,
you.
really good
I'll get the
hoax.
stuff right, okay, and I'll join you. Yeah, no hassle, man. I'll get the stuff in the Discord right, okay, and yeah,
Hmm.
I'll hope to speak to you soon. I'll get a better
Oh well.
description so you can have a look at it. But
Yeah.
it was like
Yep.
it was like meetings of the third kind. I mean, like this is as
Mhm.
close to ET, man. Seriously,
Mhm.
without actually getting any evidence that I saw it. Like, but nobody can take
So,
it away from me, right?
so you're in
I
a
know what I
rural
saw.
area, right? So, where's your nearest neighbour
Yeah.
to you?
Galway.
I know how far
My
away is
nearest
in.
neighbour, sorry, is next. Oh yeah. Okay, so I've got a house next door, and then there's houses dotted, kind of, maybe for I'm about 2 miles or 3 kilometers from the main road.
Right.
So I'm kind of that much away into the countryside, I suppose,
Yeah.
right? And
So
Ireland
this is the
isn't
thing with
like money to
UFOs; they
go
don't
that.
make any
But
sound.
I've got
See, because if they're flying around and we're
no
sleeping, you're not
sound.
going to. If they've got no sound and you're sleeping, they could be flying around while we're all sleeping and not even know they're there, right? So it's kind of sneaky.
But guess what? The leaves weren't moving as it was moving. That's
No.
another thing.
Yeah.
You know,
So that
like
means it hasn't got propellers or anything
I'm
like
sure
that. Jet engines.
if we had a drone, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely this anti-gravity or something, right? Because if you
Mm.
had a drone or a plane, a helicopter or anything, right?
Mm.
I'd see it because the trees over
Mhm.
there, they're lush trees, kind of, right? Not at the moment, but yeah,
Yep.
like there'd be a lot of movement over there, but nothing moved, man. It was almost
Yep.
like somebody was playing a
Mhm.
trick on me, if you get what I'm saying.
Yep.
It was just
Yep.
so unnatural to see what I saw. But
Well, you've
anyway,
been
I saw it,
privileged to
and
see this thing by the sense of it. You're one of very few people to see an
yeah,
actual craft that close. I got German friends that
yeah.
also
I
had
can
a
tell you
similar
a story.
experience.
Yeah.
They saw a hover above
Have
a
my
forest
friends?
as well, and then it simply just hovered there and
All
shot
right. Okay.
vertically.
Okay.
It shot vertically upwards. In a blink of an eye, it was gone.
No way.
Which that was
No
back in
way.
the 1990s.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I don't think it was human technology.
Okay.
Plus, we
No.
had
No. No.
another
No.
we had
No.
another Irish man on here last year. Who's not part of the channel anymore.
Yeah.
He recalls a UFO hovering
Mhm.
above the block of houses in Ireland, just hanging there silently, and then it
Wow.
shot off. It shot off vertically above, disappeared in the blink of an eye. So that's his story,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah. Apart from that, they're the most credible ones I've come across so far, and yours and Shelley's maybe.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
hers was lights rather than seeing a physical shape of a craft, so to speak. But apparently, some of these craft emit
Mhm.
a lot of light, so you don't actually see the actual craft itself. Why it emits a light, I don't know. But
For
the
sure.
theory is that they're interdimensional, and the light that we see is not actually light that we are used to. It's like a. Oh, has he dropped off? So yeah, that was a good story there. He probably, if we get some more information, we could present it a wee bit better next time. Um, if you drop off, you can just simply drop back on if you want to carry on talking. Okay, let's see if we got the right one this time. Let's see. Probably not. Okay. So there we go. We've got a classic UFO sighting case. Be interesting to see what MUFON says about it. What have we got? That's alright. They can mimic sounds in nature. Light has probably come to power source. I don't know. It's probably part of the field that they produce for the anti-gravity. So what else did we have on the side? Anything there? It stopped, so I'm not sure. So what's Bobby saying? You got a sighting as well? Are you coming on the side chat to talk about it? Probably doesn't sound as good as the last guy's sighting there. Con, was his name? How'd you say your name? Con. Con Mac. It's an unusual name. Is that just a nickname? So yeah, so sounds very similar to one of these ones here, probably Billy Meyer ones, where he used two plates joined together. Kind of looks like symbols. And he used fishing line to pull it along a horizontal line, so it looked like it was flying along. But yeah, people do see real ones out there. See, what happens is, I think what happens is people have a real sighting and they just want to see it again, and they're so desperate to see it again, they start seeing UFOs everywhere, right? And they're not the same craft or anything like that. And then they don't return and all that, so they decide that they like the attention they're getting and start making models and trying to fake stuff, you know, to try and bring in people. I think that's what happened with Billy Meyer. Maybe he's had a real sighting and then just got obsessed, right, and took the dark path instead and started seeing that he liked the fame and he liked making money from it. So here's one that looks like a symbol, right? But if you cut the top of that one, put it underneath, that would be similar to what he would be saying that symbol to join together. And there's some pictures of symbols, although we want one on the side view there. There's the hi-hat one. I think that's what he's talking about there. Two symbols and a hi-hat, top and bottom. I suppose if we type that in though, you might be able to get a better picture of it. There's one there. I think it's called hi-hat, isn't it? Hi-hat. There we go. And there's a side, close up side one. So there's a little foot pedal on there and it slams the bottom one up to the top one. So, yeah, anyone else want to come on voice? Use the link, use the web link. It's probably the easiest and it's more stable. Especially if you've got cable connection to a laptop or very close to your Wi-Fi router. Should do. So, Susan also gave us this report here about, our old abduction case. Did you say there was a video on this on MUFON, Susan? I'll just get to read out anyway. There's not much of a description on this.
UFO hovers in backyard then lands. Gray exits then approaches back window where 3 children are watching and father. Father goes outside to confront entity but only watches as UFO leaves and then lands in next door cornfield.
So normally you can't confront aliens though. They normally paralyze you somehow. So straight away that's an unusual one. Running outside of a shotgun to shoot the aliens. I don't think so somehow. So whereabouts was it? In a rural area. So that's the thing with the sightings generally is that there are in rural areas, especially in New Zealand, ones that land. What's it say at the top here? Lands 6 foot grey, exits and comes up to the back window. Sounds an interesting case, but we haven't got any information to go on there. Virginia. Let's put it on the map. So the more people that come out and talk about these things, more people get brave and others will come out. And once we start getting enough people coming out, especially if they're multiple witnesses, they're always the best ones because they're more credible, see. USA. So yeah, it looks pretty remote there. And let's get a satellite on it. So how many houses there? Quite a few. So I wonder whereabouts the cornfield would be. How can you tell what a cornfield looks like from above? Well, there's a runway for an airport there. Looks like some sort of clay or something on the outside there. Motorway. Looks like normal paddocks there. So certainly a lot of green land there, but I can't really see what corn would look like from above. We've got tree lines here. Suppose anywhere like this UFO could land, right? Is that all we got to go on? You got it in your inbox. Okay. Well, has it got a link? You just right click on it and say copy. Well, open it up in the browser and then you can copy the link and then paste it in the side chat. Maybe you can find it anyway. Let's see. MUFON. Is it on MUFON TV? Hasn't got that strange woman on it, has it? See, this is why we have OpenLines. You never know who's going to come on and have an amazing story to tell us, and that last one was pretty amazing. It's just a shame that his wife didn't see it with him. Or get it on camera, of course. Now that's the sort of thing we all want to see, is the classic saucer with the lights around the outside of it and other lights going in. I worked with a guy when I was working as a computer administrator for a school, and he was a consultant that come in, and he was a big UFO buff. I wasn't at the time. I was sort of had an interest in it, but not a super nerdy UFO buff. But he was telling me some of his experiences, and he was saying when he was living up in Auckland, New Zealand, they had a hillside house with big bay windows on the bedroom and a balcony, and it overlooked the harbour bridge and out to sea. And he got up one night and saw this big, huge mothership, he said, like you see in the movies, just hanging in this cloud cover just beyond the bridge. And he used the bridge for scaling the size of it, and he said it was like at least 5 miles big. He drew it on the window, he penciled it on the window, and he was calling up to all the family to come and see it quick before it disappears. But he was saying there's all these little lights, little orb lights, but probably were smaller UFOs, all coming from the sea and land and all different directions and going up into the middle of it, sort of like being sucked up into the middle of it. And then all the lights were gone. They all, once they went inside the ship, he said, this craft, this silently went upwards and disappeared. So yeah, I thought, what have you been smoking, mate, back in those days? We're talking about back in 1998, when he was telling me the story. But anyway, he was a wee bit of a nerdy guy, and he was a bit like Art Bell, and he had this farm land that he had bought, and he was building this big underground antenna, just same as Art Bell would do, and he was mucking around with Tesla research on antennas, and he was trying to transmit a large amount of data between him and a person up in Nelson who had built a similar antenna on his land to do an experiment. And he reckons that he was transmitting data from his house computer to him up in Nelson, which was like 200 kilometers away, maybe more. I have to probably check on the map. He reckons it was, as soon as he hit the enter button, the data, that the sentence that he transmitted was at the other person before he released his finger off the enter key. So he said it was definitely going faster than the speed of light, the data transmission, and maybe that's why Tesla was working on it. So instead of using satellites, you could use these antennas under the ground to transmit data worldwide on fast internet. Now, I'm not too sure what kind of antenna design it was and how they were doing it, but I said, well, that sounds interesting. I would like to go and see it, but we never did get to his property and show it off and actually see the experiment happening. So yeah, you never know who you're going to bump into. It's going to tell you some crazy stories like that. But yeah, mothership with little ones going in underneath sounds something straight out of Independence Day. Of course, all this was way before Independence Day was on TV, I think. When did that movie come out? Before or after 1998? But he saw it way before then, in the 90s. Seems a lot of my friends saw UFOs in the 90s. Independence Day. Is it called ID4? Film. 1996. So, yeah. So that came out before his storytelling. So that's the sort of thing that sort of makes me a bit suspicious, maybe. But then again, if he's got witnesses, like his children, which I never got to talk to, just ask him, did you see it? Then it makes it a wee bit harder to believe it. But he swore by it, so I said, oh, you're just pulling my leg. So did you manage to find the link at all? No. Let's see. Astronaut story. Support. What else we got here? Tic Tat. That's one of those crazy ones we saw before last time, didn't we? 50 years. Can't see it on the list here. I'll just say, was it 8-year-old? Did you say an 8-year-old was abducted? Because that report didn't talk about an 8-year-old. So they must have more information than what we've got here. Or did you mean it was an 8-year-old deduction? Like it was like old. What was the... Let's see, 1993. Right, so it was 7 years ago. That's what you mean. Okay, 1993. What do you call it? UFO sighting? I don't know. Has it got any keywords on the email that you got? What else we got? What other stuff we got? Virginia. Suppose we could put that in there. Oh, here we go. Is that the one? Roger Marsh. Let's see. Hovered over neighbour's home. What's that say there? Virginia witness. Videotape a cylinder-shaped object hovering over neighbour's house. Case number 84480. So 2016, my mother and I saw 3 orange orbs. How about that? How many times are we hearing about orange orbs now? Of course, we can't rule out being flares. 3 flare drops. They formed in triangle, then a line. Because that sounds like a falling flares, right? 3 flares is always going to form a triangle. And then if they flatten out, it's going to form a line. And they flew away, the lights went out and flew away. So it went out, sounds very much like flares, that one. Anyway, that's not what we're after. So what do you got here? Are you saying he was 8 years old? Right. He was 8 years old, but did not report it till 27 years later. Doesn't sound like the right case number then. Did we add up the years wrong or something? 1993 to 2020. That's 7 years. A bit confused. It says June 1993 up here. UFO landing. Perhaps we put the case number in. So you got no way of getting the link to me? Discord, side chats. You do make it hard, Susan. Okay, let's try case number. No, hasn't come up. What's that one of the boomerang? Former military witness describes boomerang UFO. Just check that one out. Anyone else want to call in or use the app to talk to us? So we've got a picture. What is it saying? Oh, it's quite a lot of reading there, so let's read it out.
I was sitting on the deck of my apartment smoking a cigar for about 10 minutes. I was facing in a southern direction, looking at the constellation Orion. My eyes were well adjusted to the night sky when some movement below Orion, but much closer my location, caught my eye. I fixed my eyes on the movement, and realized it was a large boomerang-shaped aircraft moving in a straight southern direction at fairly slow speed. It had 5 large circles on the underside of the craft that were just a slightly different color than the craft itself. Very dark charcoal gray circles against a black craft. It blended in with the night sky extremely well, like camouflage. Without catching the movement at that exact moment I did, it would have been impossible to see. It stayed visible for approximately 8-10 seconds before fading into the night sky. Case disposition. Under investigation by Virginia Muffin. Read news story.
And the Muffin Man. I think it skipped a paragraph there, didn't it? Stupid reader. What was it at the end there? Just use a read.
Other aircraft were flying in my sight before and after the event. These were all different airliners, flashing lights, jet engine noise, flying at different altitudes and directions. My area gets heavy air traffic due to an airport and military installations nearby, so I'm very used to seeing and hearing several civilian and military aircraft from small planes to large jets and helicopters. I also served in the Air Force and Air National Guard in the past and have never seen an aircraft anything like the one I saw this evening. It was truly unbelievable.
No, I'm not a MUFON member, Susan. I can't get access to all the database. And then you're sort of limited of what you're allowed to make public, of course, if you are a member. You can talk in general terms, of course. I was hoping to get Earl to come on, but he's got other priorities. But yeah, he's had a few interesting cases lately. Family talking about aliens and paranormal happening at the same time. So yeah, I wanted him to come and talk about that because that sounded really interesting. Investigation where he was going there with equipment to try and record it, see if there's any abnormal radiation and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I didn't come across a search on that. So what's the video channel again? MUFON TV, is it on there? Let's have a quick look. MUFON. Doesn't look like it's going to YouTube. No. YouTube. Now what can I get? So this is what's hopeless about Google, why they mess around with the search results. What else we got here that we can find linked? I suppose I've got to type YouTube in. Should like sort of come up, you know, like the channel should be, the channel icon should be in videos, right? I bet if I type mine in, mine doesn't come up. If I type in the Out There channel, I bet it doesn't come up. No. That brought up something else. I don't know what it is. The Out There. Even though I typed in all these keywords, right? It's brought up 2 searches that don't have all the keywords in it. Out There. Probably not even on the first page, right? Oh, right. Could that be it? It's talking about Goofy. Was that me? No, that's not me. Some other channel. So why did they come up first in the search? Doesn't even tell us when it was made, does it? What's the years? 3 years ago, 2 years ago. So he made this channel up after me, is he? Let's see. Oh no, just before me, 4 years ago. And it looks like a comedy channel. Sort of got sidetracked again, I know, but still, I wasn't in that search list. Out there. Get out there. Second page. Not there, not there. Put it out there. So you can tell straight away the searches are biased. This is why no one finds me. They put the other channel there, but why aren't I in the second list, at least? That's because they down rank me, you see. This is why I don't have much traffic. Still not there. All sorts of other garbage. And years old as well. Not even there. Not even listed. No. Back to channel 4 channel. So it's all Media Corps. Should always be creators first. People come to YouTube to get away from TV. All the garbage on TV. They come to look at channels like mine. So it's impossible. I'm not there. I bet if I get rid of the spaces in between, I'm the only one that has that. That'll come up straight away, probably. No, still didn't come up. They decided to put spaces back in. Here we go. Second one now. Still not the top search. So how's this title here got anything to do with the Out There channel? No keywords, right? 3 years old. And which one we got next? Robert talks about Men in Black. Yeah, at least that one's popular. 217 views. Okay, what's this one? Someone stealing our videos. I don't know. Statistics, maybe not. Video analysis. Don't know. Where's that going to? Might be someone talking about us. Well, at least it's embedded and it's going to YouTube, so that's okay. So someone's using my video here to try and bring people in to see ads on their page, but it looks like. And same for that one there, probably. Same thing. That's still not YouTube then. None of these are directly on YouTube. It's only on a web page, right? So still Google hasn't displayed my channel on their product. It's coming through other people's web pages. What have we got here? Motion camera. See, another website, but Angry Ufologists, yeah, used to put my stuff up. What have we got here? BitTubers, yeah. That's my account on BitTubers. But still, Google shot themselves in the foot. Why they should be having YouTube, all my YouTube videos popping up here. So that's just hopeless, isn't it? This is so frustrating. No wonder I can't find MUFON TV. So how can we find it? I did search for outspaces up there. You might have to put it in quotes, but still. Is it coming up? With the quotes, it works. Is that my channel there? But who's going to do that, you know? Yay! It's the only way to get it. No spaces and quotes. I think Google need to investigate why people are annoyed with them. Why they're missing out on the traffic themselves, right? Stupid, really. Let's try it with the quotes then. MUFON TV. Have we got it this time? Yay! Is it? No, that's not MUFON, is it? What? Who the hell's that? Somehow I don't think it's MUFON. There's someone using their damn name. So still we fell. Back we go. So what's next? No. Well, that didn't work. MUFON television. Maybe we can get it that way. Oh, it's just crazy. You got to go around all the bushes just to get there. Oh well. It's your fault, Susan. Bringing up MUFON TV. We can't even find it on YouTube. Okay. This is why I have all these bookmarks normally. I normally bookmark it, but MUFON's been really sucky lately. But there's no link to YouTube on their Facebook page. It's all embedded, right? They've uploaded it to Facebook by the looks of it. This is just useless. More videos. I don't know. Follow. That's not YouTube. It's got no link to YouTube here. Uploaded by TV. No, that's the other guy. That's frustrating. Might have to forget about that one, unless you can get it organised a bit better, Susan. Have to come back to it. Anyway, I probably got it in my bookmarks somewhere. Maybe MUFON. Not looking like it. Nothing's coming up here. Forget about it. Let's have a look at some other stuff. So anyone else there wants to come out and talk, we can. Mind you, I probably should wrap up soon. So if you want to get on there quick. I'm sliding off the bed here. I'm just going to readjust. I'll just have to pull the mattress. Hang on, I'll be back in a minute. Looks like I'm on a slide. That's better. Yeah, that's that fixed. Yeah, I thought I clicked on that. Should have loaded by now. So where are we going to? New Brunswick. Okay, what's the guy saying?
Last night as we were looking at the wave at the beach, we noticed something cigar-shaped emitting bright clear lights followed by a darker spot and a bright spot, from one tip to another of the UFO. We got all excited, so I tried to film it. With no luck. One looked at it with binoculars and one got a picture of it. It went in a straight line against the direction of the wind for about 3 miles over the ocean, and it turned and disappeared. If there is a way to describe it, it was like looking at a Dell light they put on the top of a truck. Since the corona outbreak, there's no airplanes in the sky. It was not a meteorite.
Okay, so at the beach. So are we talking about Fata Morgana again? Where's the picture? Looks like it might be too high to be a mirage. That's it there. So again, another speck in the sky, not a close-up one like the previous guy's report. I've seen it out his back window. So what else we got here? Someone zoomed in. What are we looking at? Smudge in the sky. It doesn't look like a cylinder, does it? It doesn't look like a solid craft. It kind of looks like a bug. Let me see, rolling shutter effect happening there. We can, can't we? That sort of jiggy edge on it. Did they see it with their own eyes or only on camera? Let's just have a look at that again. Last night we were looking at the wave at the beach. I noticed something, cigar, lit in bright lights. It's got to be a plane contrail, isn't it? From one tip to the other. It's definitely not a craft, it's some smoky trail of some kind. Okay. Where's my thing gone? Got so many things down there now. I can see how far away it is. Can't even see it on that little picture. It's only 360 by 480p. What kind of camera takes that crappy resolution, right? So something's not right there straight away. I got the camera set on really poor resolution. Well, it looks like a plane going upwards, you know, from an airport. For me, That'd be the contrail that we're seeing. Creates water vapor. Unfortunately, we only got one picture to go by. Multiple shots, we could see what direction it was going. Looks like it's going up, but it could be coming down too. How's the mic going? Is my mic fixed now? Is it constant volume? Hopefully. Did you hear any clicking sounds? Normally you hear a click sound. It's where it's adjusting it when it shouldn't be automatically. But my little program runs in the background now, makes sure it's always maximum, so we don't get any quiet anymore. So it even looks like a smoky cloud there, doesn't it? So I took it from the original picture. Was it not? So let's play around. Might have to zoom in a wee bit more on that one. Does look like a cloud though, doesn't it? Very whispery looking. It looks like we've got two bright lights maybe inside it. But it could be because it's also moving. And we're getting some artifacts occurring. We're starting to see other clouds appearing here. But there's that two bright lights appearing there. You can see it doesn't look very solid. We're sort of highlighting, making more artifacts, but in the middle bit there, looks like a plain contrail to me. Part of one. Again, probably you'd have to plug it into Plane Finder, the software, and you probably could verify it that way too. Let's have a look. What's the date? So we need to find where that is first on the map. So let's see if there's any planes in the sky at that location. I was meant to do that first, damn it. Is that the right place? So whereabouts are we? Cubic. There's up in Canada, is it? Canada. Right, so it's way up past New York. At the right place. Let's see. CA, yep, it's got CA in the number. Canada. So we've got to find the right location though. So it's right above East Brunswick, so it's there. So we need to find that on the plane finder map. Hopefully my license is still working. Looks like it's logged me out again. Stupid damn program. Log in. Do we need to log in though? When was it? 22nd. 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Of course, we've got to work it out to time zones as well, which makes it a bit more complicated. So what time zones have we got here? Well, they used to have a time zone thing. Okay, let's get it up on the map first. What's that saying? I always hate doing this though. It's really time consuming. At the moment, it shouldn't be too many planes in the sky, but you can see there's a heap. That's what's flying in the sky at the moment. Coronavirus doesn't seem to have stopped it. I suppose they don't care in China anymore. China, what's that place over there? Singapore? Being knocked. Heaps going there. To Australia. I suppose they don't care anymore. All the people have to get self-quarantined. America. What have we got here? Well, America's quiet. No planes there. Just one. I know, here's a whole heat coming up now. What the hell's going on in this world? You've got a virus and you've got all these planes in the sky. They're meant to be going out of business. So, Quebec, up here somewhere. There we go. So we want to know how many planes were flying around then with the playback function. So 4th of the 4th. 2 days ago. Oh yeah, I haven't worked out the time zones. Canada UTC time. What was I going to say? It's negative Eastern Pacific Mountain Time. So what's that make it out? See, that makes it complicated. They got 6 time zones in Canada. Crazy. So what are we looking at for Canada? So we got to say Canada cubic, isn't it? So you spell it. Cubic abbreviation. -5. When was it? Yeah, I hate working out the time zone stuff. 21, 24. So not sure I can wrap my head around it now. I hate time zones. It always gets me out. Cubic time. 4, 21, 30. So what's that telling us? So if it's Friday, it's 1:30 Saturday, Universal Time. So how many hours added on? 5, is it? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, isn't it? 22, 23, 24. And then it goes 1. I only count 4 there. We got daylight savings probably as well. So yeah. So what was the day? Day was 24th. So it should be 1:30 on the 23rd for Universal Time, which is what the flight tracker uses. Okay. It's clear as mud. Is that the 4th month? January, February, March, April. Yep. 23 and 01, 30. That'll do. 20. Why is it not gone? 1, playback. Okay, what do we got? Can we see any planes? Right, quite a few. So there's a few possibilities here. That one coming up to 1:30 now. 1:25. So we're looking for contrails. We're looking at something between 28. What crappy? What's going on here? 28,000 feet to 38,000 feet. I lost my place now. There it is. It looked like it was a 2-engine one with the two bright lights on it. What altitude is that? 524 knots. 37,000 feet, so it could be that one. There's another one. So a lot of possibilities here. traveling that time of night, despite the coronavirus lockdown. Well, it's near the beach, so that's near the beach now. That's 140. That one there has just gone past the beach. Oh, yeah, it suddenly changed direction. That's a bug in the program. Okay, what's that one there? Going to France. Another 2-engine one. 500. I won't scroll down. 37,000 feet. That would be probably why it creates a contrail, because it's getting the colder air from the sea as it comes over the land here. So back here would have been 130. I'll probably have to roll it back again. So yeah, there's at least a few possibilities there. So I think it's going to be a contrail there. But anyway, you can see how I did that. You always got to work out that UTC business. It drives you crazy with time zones. What else we got to have a look at here? Con Max. I just hope he's not a con. 10, 80, 32. So you're trying to throw a spanner in the works again. I thought we might leave this till another time to go over that again. If he comes back with pictures, of course. But yeah, 10, 80, 82. At least it's someone that's at least submitted the MUFON report. We don't really get those, do we? So it sort of makes it more credible. Ireland, yeah, checks out. Galway, yep, he said that. And he's got a location here on the map. But we could probably bring that up, I suppose, on the map and see how remote it is. What have we got here? Okay. Cool, that makes it a lot easier. Makes it easier to communicate with them. So this is why we do these open lines, and eventually we meet new people and bring them into the community of truthers, and we can get more details from them and present it a bit better, like we did with the Shelley's case. Remember I did an initial one on voice with her, and then later we got the drawings together. So down here somewhere he lives. I have to bring up the satellite. There looks like there's a lot of coastal area here. So it looks quite built up there, doesn't it? So maybe he's way over here, where it's a bit more hilly. So yeah, unless he tells us a location or a street that's nearby, we can probably drop into street view and see a hill. Let's try that now. That'll do. Crossroads. It's taking its wee toll there. There we go. So you can see there are some slight hills here. There we go. hills with tree lines. Almost sounds like it's what he's describing. Look at this nice little stoned fence line. I like that. It's a lot of old history. So there you go. It could be something like that he was describing. A house overlooking trees over a hillside here. So it could be something just like that. Maybe we just stumbled across it by pure luck. So yeah. Sort of checks out. Saw a disc-shaped UFO 4 AM. $200 feet away. So what's 200 feet to meters? 200 feet to meters. There you go. That's what he said. Between 50 and 80 meters away. So that checks out. So yeah, the drawings and location, at least a photograph from his window would probably help. So there you go. So what you need to do is just post that link there, Susan. And could just copied and pasted it then, you see. Well, New Zealand's like that too. Where I live is very much looks like Scotland. It's really flat plains, green everywhere. So what else we got here? How are we doing for time anyway? It's amazing how much time we've covered here though. What do we got? Maybe we can spot his flying saucer on some other UFO cases, who knows? So what's this one here? Just keep on going through them. We'll do some more Saturday. But I have a wee break in between. Was it Friday now? My Friday is your Thursday, so my Sunday will be your Saturday. So I've got a wee bit of break to do some other stuff. Maybe I can get that alien head working. Where's my thing disappeared to? I hate that. That's another bug, as far as I'm concerned. It loses a little readout thing.
I was out for a hike, climbed up a trail to 5,500 feet on the mountain. I stopped at the top and proceeded to take a picture of the view. I took the picture and continued hiking for a few more hours. When I took the picture, I did not see or hear anything, no sound other than the normal wind. I went home, had dinner, and started looking at the pictures I had taken on the hike. I looked at the one from the top of the mountain and noticed dust on the screen of my phone, so I wiped it off. To my disappointment, the speck was still there. I then enlarged the picture, and boy was I surprised at what I was seeing. I did not shoot video, but to my surprise my phone automatically records video right before I took the picture, 3 seconds to be exact. My phone prompted a video selection, so I proceeded to watch this 3-second clip, and I could watch it frame by frame and take screenshots. That when I realized I had captured a remarkable event. The largest object I could see fly through the video at a speed faster than anything I have ever witnessed, faster than any military plane in the sky that we see day to day. But I also was able to see 4 to 5 more objects at a higher altitude in a straight line, 4 for sure, but I believe 1 more is in the pictures.
Yeah, see if we can see what she's talking about, or he. So we got no video. That looks right there. Hey, I could see maybe a black dot there. Problem with the black dots, they often end up being birds or whatever, but Let's keep open minds, have a look. Okay, it's saved. What else we got here? It kind of looks like a bird there. What have they done there? Looks like they zoomed in today. I don't know, it kind of looks like a bird to me, or a bug, doesn't it? Did you see it with her eyes? It wasn't too clear. She's just defaced that one. Alright, we've got a video. Very strange video. Doesn't make any sense. I think she's got it on burst mode, is it? 5 pictures in a row. 1, 2, 3. Looks to me she couldn't have seen it with her eyes. It looks like bugs or birds flying across the screen. Yeah. Yeah, it still looks like bugs and birds. So animated gift. Looks like she's uploaded, is it? It's not a video. But anyway, let's zoom in and have a quick look. Da, 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 da. Here we go. So, he reckons there was objects at the top there. Yeah, let's see if we can see it with the super zoom. Sure enough, looks very similar to the image that she zoomed in. This is where I need to clean my screen, because this is where you start to see dust on your own screen when you get into pixel level like this. So it kind of looks like it's going to be flappy wings there, doesn't it, of some sort. That one there. A bird that's sort of angled away. And that's another bird further away. Kind of looks like a duck or something. So yeah. There's a point in again, I think. I'll just go for that one there. No Mexican hat saucer like Con's version. Okay, so let's paste a new image. What am I doing? Even at that level, it looks like a bird that with white wings and a black body. Might not be black because it's not got illuminated, but resize looks like a seagull. Oh, oh, that's zoomed in too much, right? What did I do wrong? 1080. That's better. It kind of looks like a bird, doesn't it? Yeah, motion blur. And the wings are flapping downwards and it's heading towards... We're seeing the underneath of the bird, right? Looks like a seagull. Looks like black and white on the wings there. But you can call it a UFO if you want to. Yeah, it's see if we can see anything particular popping out. Yeah. So what's the front end of the bird and what's the back end of the bird? See how it looks like it's got feather ends on it there? It looks like it's got black feathers on the end. I think it's flying this direction. Yep, that looks definitely a bird. The other dot is probably a bird further away. It's amazing how crazy it looks though on CMOS camera. So yeah, you'd be looking at something like that. Seagull probably. Seagull. They're the most common bird everywhere. Underneath. Banking. Yeah, that gives us what we want. Aha. I should have put the word flying in as well. See the black wingtips here? White bits in the middle. Yeah, we didn't get what we wanted from the search again. Okay, seagull, lion. Keep it simple. Here we go. Of course, it may not be a seagull. What do they have? Type of birds they have in that location? So normally you do research on that as well. Whereabouts was it? Arizona. What kind of birds do they have there? Pretty hot, desolate place, isn't it? Arizona bird life. White birds. But they are near the coastline there too, aren't they? So seagulls would fly across. So we got stork, is it? Images. Didn't realise they had so much wildlife there. Arizona. I still think it's going to be a seagull. Could it be a hawk? Grey hawk. It's another possibility. Or vulture. Is it a vulture? They have that. Let's see, vultures. But anyway, probably wasting time. Vultures. Oh, there we go. It's got the same wingtips too. Look at this. Remember I was talking about the ends? It's going to be a vulture, isn't it? Let's have a look again. Wonder if we can cut and paste it. Blur. Well, that's too black though. We want white wings with black tips. White wings with black tips. Mind you, it does look kind of white there though, doesn't it? Still could be a vulture. Turkey vulture. Let's save it and compare it, I suppose. GUFON will be saying he spent 10 hours trying to work out what type of bird it was. Yeah. Well, that's been thorough, hasn't it? I think that looks very similar to the wingtips we saw though in that blurred enhancement. Okay, now we need to drag it in. And of course it's overexposed and we got motion blur, so but you can see here it's got little black bits happening at the very tips. You can just barely see it pixel level there. See that? Kind of looks like some feathers at the very end. Yeah, let's drag it on. And overlay. That's not the right angle though. Probably need to delete the outside of it. That's the fun bit. And when you slip with the mouse. Oh, there we go. We've got Men in Black interfering again. Bugger off. Well, I told you there, Devon. It's because of the Men in Black again. Popping up some bloody thing. Yeah, let's make it a bit bigger. If it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong. I know I'm going to slip with the mouse in a minute. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh yeah, so now we can probably move it around. Come on. Probably rotate it. I don't know. Still could be a seagull. Oh, so now we're getting some glitches happening. See, that's the full expanding, and here we got it sort of the wings are bending inwards. But it does sort of look similar there. It's not the right size. Or the right angle. Yeah, I don't know. The colour, it's not bright enough white. Anyway, you can see what I'm trying to get at there. We'll leave it at that. Okay, moving on. So that one wasn't as exciting as we thought. Nor was that. See, that looks like that plane heading out that way. Oh, great. Where's the original picture again? Get that off there. So you can see how far away it is. That's that plane coming past. No, it's definitely a plane. Yes. Let's save. Actually, I probably should wrap it up there so you get a bed, Susan. What's the time over there? It must be getting late now. So we can go through more on Saturday. So at least we got a start on it anyway. So we've done 2. And we can look at the other ones in a couple of days' time. What is it? Thursday there, Friday, Saturday. So we've got a couple of days. So your seagull's got the whiteness there, and it's got the feathers on the end as well. But the angle is a wee bit too triangular for a seagull, that last one. But it's got the wingtip thing happening, you see. It's coming into land. Yeah, it still could be a seagull, because there's one there. It could be a closer match to the last image. That one there looks very similar shape. I still think it might be a seagull. But anyway, we'll leave it there for another day. It wasn't too bad. We got one person on voice. And I need to get a drink. I need to work on that code for the alien head. And you'll see the end product, hopefully. Yeah, just leave it there then. Close that down now. And going on midnight, so it's time to wrap up, isn't it? Perfect timing. Good night, all. Thanks for watching. And we need to do a new description, so hopefully we can remember all the order. Well, thanks for watching, like and share. It can only get better and better. More people that join the group. Don't think I missed any messages here, did I? Okay, so let's close down some of this now. And I'll turn off the overlay. And say good night. End credits. Good night, everybody. There we go. It's working. Can't hear it though. Is it working? Something not going on here. Looks like it's locked up. Yeah. Not sure what's happening. Alright, it's catching up now. Yeah, not sure what happened there. CPU kicked in. Looks like it might be working now. It's always a problem. Good show. Yeah, you liked it, did you? Very safe. Yep, keep safe from that damn virus.